Alright, hey guys, I'm back. It's Jordan again, and this is my second YouTube video. It's good to be back. I had a lot of fun filming the first one and posting it and editing it and all that stuff, and I decided to curl my hair today because that way I don't keep messing with it like I was in the last video, because the way my camera is, I can see myself, which makes it a little easier because it feels like I'm talking to another person, kind of, if you don't think about the fact that you're just staring at yourself while you're talking. But it also is a little hard because I can see like if I'm doing weird stuff or if my hair looks funky, so I keep like going like this to try to fix it. But with the curly, it looks kind of messy. That works for me. So I'm here because I wanted to do another video. I've had a couple requests for just more content, and those are from people that are my friends, so it's not like people are knocking down the door for me to post more videos, but I figure also if I post more often, then I'm gonna hopefully get more viewership. So I wanted to do the BookTube Newbie Tag, and I saw this going around on BookTube, and I don't actually know the original person who created this tag, but I thought it would be a fun way to kind of get some videos going. I have a couple book reviews that I'd like to do, but I thought it might be fun to break it up a little and do a tag kind of in the middle there. So I have the questions on my phone, and so I'm just going to read them off, and oh, my phone makes my face look really bright. I'm just going to read the questions and answer them. So let's get into it. Okay, so the first question is, why did you start this channel? Well, I decided to start this BookTube channel because I love books and I love writing reviews, but as I mentioned in my last video, I write reviews that are really, really long, and it takes me a really long time to write them and then proofread them and then post them, and so it seemed like it would be more fun and maybe a little easier to do the videos instead. I also really like watching BookTube. Sophie's series is one of my favorite booktubers, and she gave me some friendly advice about getting started a couple months ago, and I haven't really had time to use it yet, but here I am, and I really wanted to start this. It also seems like a really great and welcoming community, and I've had a really great experience with Bookstagram on Instagram. That community has been really great, and I've had my book Instagram account for about a year now, and this seemed like a good next step. Question 2 is, what are some fun and unique things you can bring to BookTube? Well, I don't know. I am naturally a very outgoing and bubbly person while also being introverted. I love my books and I love my me time and my just like hanging out and reading and spending time with just like close friends and family. But I also am just like a really bubbly, is what one of my friends calls me, person. And so I think I can bring a lot of personality to BookTube because I just naturally have like a lot of energy going on all the time. I'm pretty much not like, I don't know, I don't want to make me seem annoying or like I don't have feelings, but I am naturally just a happy person. And so if someone can be watching me when they're having a bad day and maybe feel a little bit better, then that would be great. That would make me feel really good. So I hope I can do that for someone. Alright, question 3. What are you most excited about for this new channel? Well, I'm pretty much excited for everything. I really like haul videos, and so when I get some more spending money, I want to buy some books and do like some unboxing videos with you guys, because I buy a lot of books from Book Outlet and Amazon, so when I get the boxes I can, you know, open them and we can be excited together about what kind of books that I'm getting. And I really like tags like this where we just kind of get to know each other, and I just wanted to double check to make sure I was answering the question. And I don't know, it's been really fun, even though I've only done one video. So naturally I like editing videos anyway. I really like film and editing, even though it's not something I went to school for or anything. I just like it. So that's a fun aspect too. Like when I film the video, then once I do the editing, that's actually something that I kind of look forward to, because I like to add my own little personal touches if I can. So question 4 is, why do you love reading? That is a good question. I love reading for so many reasons. When I was actually first learning to read, when I was around 6 or 7, I didn't like reading at all. My mom was trying to get me to learn and I wasn't interested. I didn't like it. I felt like it was like more work than it was worth. And not until she bought me Goosebump books by R.L. Stine and the Magic Treehouse books, and I can't remember the author of those right now, but there's a whole bunch of them. Not until I started reading those did I really get interested in reading, because they took me to a world that wasn't my own. They transport you to a place that you'll never be, and that is partly why I love paranormal and sci-fi and all those kinds of genres, because they take you on a journey that you could never otherwise experience. And I think I like reading more than watching like a movie or a TV show that does that, because it's something that you partly get to do in your own head. Like when you get really into a book, you're just seeing it inside your own head, behind your own eyes, and you can imagine the characters and the like character music and, you know, everything you can imagine for yourself, and I really love that aspect. So reading, you know, it reminds me of that quote about how a reader lives 1,000 lives before he dies. And, you know, with every book I read, I live another life and I experience something else that I would never otherwise experience. Okay, next question. What book or book series got you into reading? Well, I kind of already answered that with the Goosebump books and Magic Treehouse books, but maybe past childhood books like those that got me into reading. I would say that actually the Maximum Ride books by James Patterson really got me into the YA, young adult for people who don't know, like world and genre and everything, because I remember I was in a Borders bookstore, which some of you might remember them, but they do not exist anymore. There was one inside the mall near my house, and I went inside and I was kind of browsing, and before then I had kind of looked in more of the children's section of books, and I kind of followed an older girl into the young adult section, and they had the very first Maximum Ride book like turned so the cover was facing out on the bookshelf, and I picked it up and I was like, oh my gosh, this book looks really cool. And so my mom had given me a few dollars, and so I bought the little paperback book, and my parents had been like a couple stores down. And so I took the book after I bought it, and I went and I sat on a bench right outside the store, and I sat there for probably, I mean, in my own mind, it seemed like I was sitting there for hours. It was probably only like 45 minutes, but to me, a new reader who was young, it seemed like a long time. And I was so into this book. I was like, oh my gosh, this is the best book I've ever read. And so from then on, I was like hooked on the Maximum Ride fandom. Man, I mean, I was probably like 12 or 13 at this time. Well, I don't know, probably 11 or 12 actually. And the second book, I think, had just been released. And so I bought it. I had my mom buy it for me after I'd read the first book, and then there weren't any others, so I had to wait. So I finally experienced waiting, having to wait for a book to come out, and that was a new feeling for me, and I didn't really love it that much, and I still don't. And then during that waiting period was the first time I ever went on Fanfiction. And you guys, you've been on Fanfiction, don't lie to me. And I wrote a few stories, of my own personal fan fiction. I actually didn't post any of them, but I think like the first chapter of one story. But it got me there, you know? It was like, it kept you, I understood why people like fan fiction, because it kept you in the fandom world while you were waiting for the next book in your fandom to come out. So from there, I pretty much, it opened me up to all the books in the YA genre, and I'm still there. It's still my favorite, I'm not gonna lie. And I've like gone through the period where I read about people that were older than me when I was 12, 13. You know, they're all around 16, 17. Now they're younger than me, and that's okay. I still love it. Next question. What would you ask your favorite booktuber? Well, I am always interested in what people's favorite books are, and I know with people like us who are huge readers, it's hard to narrow down favorite books because it's like, how could you just pick one favorite book? So I always ask, you know, what are your top 5 or top 10 favorite books and why? Because I feel like no two people ever read the same book, so a reason I love a book might be a totally different reason than why you love a book, and it's interesting for me to hear your side of why you love a book, because then it makes me think about it in a different way, and that's like my favorite thing. So usually if I get into a conversation with someone about books, that's one of my first questions, and I always find it really interesting. So if you'd like to tell me what your favorite book is in the comments below, I would love to know, and I'll definitely reply to you if you leave a comment. Okay, and last question, which is good because my camera battery is almost dead. What challenges do you think starting a booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? Probably for me personally, it will be finding the time to film and edit, because I am pretty busy with school and helping my parents around the house, because I do still live at home since I'm in college. And so just with like day-to-day life and school, it will probably be hard to find the time as like the summer goes on and I get busier, because I'm going to be taking summer classes this year. So I don't know. Oh, I think I'm still recording. Okay, sorry. It stopped because it says change the battery pack because it's about to die, but I'm not going to because I'm almost done. So, so anyway, so definitely finding the time, and but otherwise, I mean, I think I'll have plenty of content probably once I get into the swing of things. Okay guys, well I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you are also a newbie booktuber, then please feel free to tag yourself and do this tag. Nobody actually tagged me to do this tag. I just thought, hey, I'm a newbie, I'll do this tag. So if you would like to see more videos like this, like tags, then let me know. If you liked this video, please give me a thumbs up. I would love it if you would do that for me. And if you like my videos, then feel free to subscribe. And if you are a booktuber yourself, leave your comments or something down below, because I want to follow all of the booktubers. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Alright, bye!